Welcome to our deep dive into the world of trade tensions. In today's interconnected global economy, trade disputes between countries can have far-reaching impacts, affecting everything from the price of everyday goods to the stability of international markets. Understanding these tensions is crucial for businesses, policymakers, and consumers alike. In this video, we'll explore what trade tensions are, why they arise, and how they shape the global landscape. We'll also look at strategies for navigating these challenges and achieving success despite uncertainty. Let's begin by defining trade tensions and setting the stage for our journey. Trade tensions refer to disagreements or conflicts between countries regarding the exchange of goods and services. These disputes often arise from issues like tariffs, quotas, or differing regulations. When countries can't agree on trade terms, it can lead to increased costs, supply chain disruptions, and even political strain. For example, recent tensions between major economies have resulted in tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods, impacting industries worldwide. Understanding the root causes of these tensions is the first step toward finding effective solutions and maintaining global stability. Trade tensions are not a new phenomenon. Throughout history, nations have clashed over resources, market access, and economic dominance. From the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act during the Great Depression to more recent disputes between the US and China, these conflicts have shaped the course of global commerce. By examining past trade tensions, we can gain valuable insights into the patterns and consequences of such disputes. This historical perspective helps us understand the complexities of current trade relationships and prepares us for future challenges. When it comes to trade tensions, certain countries and organizations play pivotal roles. Major economies like the United States, China, and the European Union often find themselves at the center of disputes due to their significant influence on global trade. Additionally, organizations such as the World Trade Organization, WTO, work to mediate and resolve conflicts. Understanding who the key players are helps us grasp the dynamics of trade tensions and the power structures that drive negotiations and outcomes. Trade tensions can arise from a variety of causes. Common triggers include disagreements over tariffs, intellectual property rights, market access, and unfair trade practices. Sometimes domestic political pressures or economic nationalism can also fuel disputes. For instance, a country may impose tariffs to protect its industries, prompting retaliation from trading partners. By identifying the root causes, we can better understand the motivations behind trade policies and anticipate potential conflicts. Tariffs are taxes imposed on imported goods, making them more expensive for consumers and businesses. Governments use tariffs to protect domestic industries from foreign competition or to retaliate against unfair trade practices. However, tariffs can also lead to higher prices, reduced consumer choice, and strained international relations. Understanding how tariffs work is essential for navigating the complexities of global trade and anticipating their impact on market. In addition to tariffs, countries may use quotas and other trade barriers to control the flow of goods. Quotas set limits on the quantity of a product that can be imported, while non-tariff barriers include regulations, standards, and licensing requirements. These measures can protect domestic industries, but may also provoke retaliation and escalate trade tensions. Navigating these barriers requires a deep understanding of international trade rules and effective negotiation skill. Trade tensions can disrupt global supply chains, causing delays, increased costs, and uncertainty for businesses. When tariffs or quotas are imposed, companies may need to find alternative suppliers or relocate production to avoid higher expenses. These disruptions can ripple through industries, affecting everything from electronics to agriculture. Understanding the impact on supply chains is crucial for businesses seeking to remain competitive in a volatile environment. Consumers often feel the effects of trade tensions through higher prices and reduced product availability. When tariffs are imposed, the cost of imported goods rises, leading to increased expenses for everyday items. In some cases, consumers may have fewer choices as companies adjust their product offerings. It's important to recognize how trade policies can directly impact our daily lives and purchasing decisions. Businesses must develop strategies to navigate trade tensions and minimize risks. This may involve diversifying suppliers, investing in new markets, or adjusting pricing strategies. Companies that stay agile and informed are better equipped to weather uncertainty and seize new opportunities. By proactively managing risks, businesses can maintain stability and continue to grow, even in challenging times. Governments play a central role in shaping trade policies and resolving disputes. Through negotiations, trade agreements, and diplomatic efforts, they seek to protect national interests while maintaining global stability. Effective government action can help de-escalate tensions and foster cooperation between countries. Understanding the role of governments is key to anticipating changes in the trade environment. Organizations like the World Trade Organization, WTO, and International Monetary Fund, IMF, play vital roles in managing trade tensions. They provide forums for negotiation, set rules for fair trade, and help resolve disputes. By promoting cooperation and transparency, these organizations contribute to a more stable and predictable global trading system. Trade agreements are formal arrangements between countries that set the terms for exchanging goods and services. These agreements can reduce barriers, promote economic growth, and prevent disputes. Examples include the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, and the European Union's Single Market. Understanding how trade agreements work helps us appreciate their role in reducing tensions and fostering global prosperity. One of the most significant recent examples of trade tensions is the US-China trade war. Beginning in 2018, both countries imposed tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods. This conflict disrupted global supply chains, raised prices, and created uncertainty for businesses worldwide. By examining this case, we can better understand the real-world impacts of trade tensions and the importance of effective negotiation. Emerging markets often face unique challenges during periods of trade tension. These economies may be more vulnerable to disruptions in global supply chains and shifts in demand. However, they can also benefit from new opportunities as companies seek alternative markets. Understanding the dual impact on emerging markets is essential for businesses and policymakers looking to adapt to changing conditions. Technology plays a significant role in modern trade tensions. Issues like intellectual property theft, data privacy, and the race for technological dominance can fuel disputes between countries. As technology continues to evolve, it will remain a key battleground in global trade. Businesses must stay informed about technological trends and regulations to navigate this complex landscape. Currency manipulation occurs when a country artificially influences its currency's value to gain a trade advantage. This practice can lead to accusations of unfair competition and escalate trade tensions. Monitoring exchange rates and understanding currency policies are important for businesses engaged in international trade. Protectionism involves policies that restrict imports to protect domestic industries, while free trade promotes the unrestricted exchange of goods and services. Both approaches have advantages and drawbacks, and the balance between them often shapes trade tensions. Understanding these concepts helps us evaluate the effectiveness of different trade policies. When one country imposes trade barriers, others may retaliate with their own measures, leading to an escalation of tensions. This cycle can create uncertainty and disrupt global markets. Recognizing the risks of retaliation is essential for policymakers and businesses seeking to avoid prolonged disputes. Effective negotiation is key to resolving trade tensions. Countries use a variety of tactics, from compromise and diplomacy to hardline stances and public statements. Successful negotiations require understanding the interests of all parties and finding common ground. Businesses can also benefit from strong negotiation skills when dealing with international partners. Diplomacy plays a crucial role in managing and resolving trade tensions. Through dialogue and compromise, countries can address grievances and prevent conflicts from escalating. Diplomatic efforts often involve multiple stakeholders, including governments, businesses, and international organizations. By fostering communication and trust, diplomacy helps maintain global stability. Trade tensions can have significant economic impacts, including slower growth, job losses, and market volatility. Industries that rely on international trade may be particularly vulnerable. By analyzing economic data and trends, we can better understand the broader consequences of trade disputes and the importance of finding solutions. Trade tensions often have political ramifications, influencing elections, public opinion, and international relations. Leaders may use trade disputes to rally support or advance strategic goals. Understanding the political dimension of trade tensions helps us anticipate policy changes and their potential impact on global markets. Beyond economics and politics, trade tensions can have social consequences. Workers may lose jobs, communities may face hardship, and social unrest can arise. It's important to consider the human impact of trade policies and strive for solutions that promote social well-being. Trade tensions can also affect the environment. For example, shifts in production or supply chains may lead to increased emissions or resource use. On the other hand, trade agreements can include environmental protections. Balancing economic and environmental goals is a key challenge for policymakers. Media coverage and public perception play important roles in shaping responses to trade tensions. News reports, expert analysis, and social media can influence opinions and policy decisions. Staying informed and critically evaluating information is essential for understanding the true nature of trade disputes. Adapting to change is essential for businesses and individuals facing trade tensions. This may involve learning new skills, exploring alternative markets, or embracing innovation. Flexibility and resilience are key traits for navigating uncertainty and seizing new opportunities. Effective risk management helps businesses minimize the negative impacts of trade tensions. This includes identifying potential risks, developing contingency plans, and staying informed about global developments. Proactive risk management enables companies to respond quickly and maintain stability. Scenario planning involves preparing for multiple possible futures. By considering different outcomes, businesses can develop flexible strategies and respond effectively to changing circumstances. Scenario planning is especially valuable in uncertain environments shaped by trade tensions. Innovation can help businesses overcome challenges posed by trade tensions. By developing new products, processes, or business models, companies can stay competitive and find new growth opportunities. Encouraging a culture of innovation is essential for long-term success. Collaboration and partnerships can strengthen businesses during periods of trade tension. By working together, companies can share resources, access new markets, and develop joint solutions. Building strong relationships with partners is a valuable strategy for navigating uncertainty. Diversifying supply chains can reduce vulnerability to trade disruptions. By sourcing materials and components from multiple countries, businesses can minimize risks and maintain continuity. Supply chain diversification is a proactive approach to managing uncertainty. Expanding into new markets can help businesses offset losses from trade tensions. By exploring opportunities in different regions, companies can diversify their revenue streams and reduce dependence on any single market. Market expansion requires research, adaptation, and strategic planning. Consumers can adapt to trade tensions by seeking alternatives, adjusting spending habits, and staying informed about market changes. Flexibility and awareness empower consumers to make the best choices in a changing environment. Education and training are essential for preparing workers and businesses to navigate trade tensions. By developing new skills and staying up to date with industry trends, individuals and organizations can remain competitive and resilient. Governments often provide support programs to help businesses and workers affected by trade tensions. These may include financial assistance, retraining programs, or incentives for innovation. Accessing available support can make a significant difference during challenging times. Staying informed about global trends is crucial for anticipating and responding to trade tensions. Regularly monitoring news, economic data, and policy developments enables businesses and individuals to make informed decisions and adapt quickly. Agriculture is often at the center of trade tensions, with tariffs and quotas affecting farmers and food prices. Disputes can disrupt exports, impact livelihoods, and lead to shortages. By examining the agricultural sector, we see how trade tensions can have direct and widespread effects. The technology sector is highly sensitive to trade tensions, especially regarding intellectual property and market access. Restrictions on technology transfer or sales can hinder innovation and competitiveness. Companies must stay agile and compliant with evolving regulations. The automotive industry is another sector deeply affected by trade tensions. Tariffs on parts and vehicles can increase costs, disrupt production, and influence consumer prices. Automakers must adapt supply chains and explore new markets to remain competitive. Consumer goods, from electronics to clothing, are often caught in the crossfire of trade tensions. Tariffs and barriers can lead to higher prices and limited availability. Companies must balance cost management with customer satisfaction. The energy sector, including oil, gas, and renewables, is not immune to trade tensions. Disputes can affect supply routes, investment, and prices. Energy companies must monitor geopolitical developments and diversify their operations to manage risks. As we look to the future, trade tensions are likely to remain a feature of the global economy. Staying informed, adaptable, and proactive will be essential for success. By learning from past experiences and embracing innovation, businesses and individuals can navigate uncertainty and thrive in a changing world. To successfully navigate trade tensions, it's important to diversify supply chains, invest in innovation, build strong partnerships, and stay informed about global trends. These strategies help businesses and individuals remain resilient and seize new opportunities, even in challenging times. Navigating trade tensions requires a combination of knowledge, adaptability, and strategic planning. By understanding the causes and consequences of trade disputes, and by implementing effective strategies, we can turn challenges into opportunities. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the complexities of global trade. Stay curious, stay prepared, and continue to explore the ever-evolving world of international commerce.